Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Summit 6 qualifiers for the Southeast Asian region. We're going to be taking a look at game number 3. That's right, we've made it all the way to game number 3. TNC Pro Team facing off against Warriors Gaming.Unity. I'm Lyrical, going to be joined as well by the wonderful, the great, the mesmerizing. The men want to be him and the women want him. Ryu Boris, how you doing, man?
I thought the men want me, and then the women want to be like me.
I mean, you do what you, man. It's all good in the
Cap
hood.
of pride. I'm just kidding. I thought Lyrical, we were hooking up just to go out and, you know, have a few drinks.
Yeah, we'll do
this
it.
is friend, right?
We'll do it. We'll hit it. You know, it'll be great.
Yes.
It's amazing. But
All right. Well, you have to come to Texas because I'm not coming to California, so screw you.
that's fair enough. I'm in Oregon anyways, so that's fine.
Oh, you're in Oregon.
So, yeah, exactly. It's cold and rainy up here, and it's also 8 in the morning. So we've been able to traverse throughout the entire evening. We've made it the distance.
10 a.m., boys. Woo.
It's the game 3 action to decide who it is that's going to move on in Group B into the playoffs in the top spot. And we have an alchemist in the game.
Kill me now.
I feel dirty.
Well,
reserve time.
Monkey King's pretty strong hero, I heard.
Yeah, man, he's quite good.
Honestly, I think in this situation, Lena 5 is kind of the way to go. I think Lena mid is still really good, but I think there's better heroes to suit against an alchemist. Like what we saw earlier today, a Timbersaw. I think this could be a very good Timbersaw game. Ursa's decent against alchemists. Like he can completely crush him in the game early, but later on he does fall off the Ursa. So I do like the more stable Timber pick. They can't pick Terrorblade for themselves. Terrorblade's a good pick against Alch, but they banned it themselves. So
you know,
not too.
Can
a lot of other stuff work.
Can I tell you what I like about Lena played in the core role with Monkey King? Can I tell you what I love about it?
So you can stun the trees?
Well, that's one thing, definitely. But what you do is you let the Boundless Strike start off the initiation, and then that means you don't need a Yule Scepter to get into range for your Light Strike array, and then you just kill fools. Like, Monkey King's hanging out in the trees, you just drop down a Light Strike array after a Boundless Strike, easy Laguna Blade.
It's pretty much the end of anyone that comes in contact. It's really good. I do like Warriors Gaming. They gave up the Monkey King. Like they knew it was going to happen. Interesting Visage.
Yeah.
Interesting. More potential for a Solar Crest armor putting onto that Alchemist. More split push potential. TNC going kind of all in with the Juggernaut here.
10 seconds remaining.
Not really a fan of Jug against Alch, but we'll have to see if they can make it work out.
I mean, it's kind of signaling a Magnus pick, right? That would be the normal go-to that I would expect. And then, like, Warriors... I mean, this is basically like IG versus OG right here, you know, in terms of the styles.
About to pick Enigma. I will bet $500 right now somebody will pick Enigma. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. Warriors Gaming, yeah, they can go for Mag. They can go for Enigma.
Either one seems quite good. I mean, you basically have like the strong lane support and Visage. Earth Spirit can start roaming around. Weaver is going to be the pick, so another hero that can sort of hang out on their own. There's so many great offlaners too to pick from at the last stage.
Yeah, Weaver is really, really good when you have it paired with Alch. He's the best Ags candidate. You can just always have the time lapse up. And it's like a 10-second cooldown when you have Ags, or maybe 15. I forgot the exact number. But it's extremely short cooldown. And then you're just always having that up. If Alchemist gets low, you just cast it on him, and then he's invincible. So they have pretty much the late game secured, Warriors Gaming, right now. Like, I think for a long shot, unless Monkey King like completely goes out of control and he just has so many items, and then I've seen that happen, and then it doesn't matter about late game.
Right.
Monkey King just you pop your ulti and then everything dies in it,
including the frame rate.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna fix that.
I don't know. It's nuts. There's a lot of issues with it, but it's just because it's such a cool effect anyways. That's a good Magnus ban last. It makes a lot of sense. it would have been really scary to go up against. I wonder if TNC, because they took the CM, they had something else in mind and they wanted to bait out the Magnus ban.
I'm not sure. CM doesn't really synergize too well with
10
any of their heroes right now.
remaining.
I mean, it's okay for the sustain for Jug.
5
Nina's
seconds
okay.
remaining.
There's no Storm or Naga though. Warriors, they need offlane. I mean, there's not much
Reserve
left.
time.
There's like a Darkseer, and then there's Enigma, which we talked about earlier.
What about like a Void for TNC? Is that too weird?
TNC, I think it's weird for TNC. I think it's weird for both teams.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I don't think you can get away with Face's Void anymore is because if you don't manage to do anything
10
with that
seconds
ulti,
remaining.
you're screwed. You're legit screwed, and that hero takes so
5
long to
seconds
farm
remaining.
with. Okay.
TNC's
Interesting.
turn to pick.
So Roche taking potential. Warriors Gaming take the team fight oriented Centaur with Stampede to help close the distance. I don't know. Do you like one draft more than the others? It feels to me like TNC is maybe the little bit more of the standard easy to execute one, with the exception of Alchemist, of course, who's just like brain dead, easy to execute.
If this goes past 40 minutes, I think Warriors Gaming pretty much win it just by virtue of having the superior ags on Weaver and Centaur. And then TNC, I think their roaming potential and their aggression early on is going to be massive from the Monkey King plus Slardar. And then, like you said, the Roche potential
10
coming out
seconds
with the
remaining.
Slardar last pick is really nice when they're on the dire side. And then
5 seconds
they're
remaining.
just going to be able to push the tempo, especially when they had their Slardar or their Juggernaut. They really do like pushing the tempo. So this is kind of like the same situation as the first game, where it's going to be kind of over quickly, or potentially if it gets past a certain point, it might be too much for TNC to win.
Well, we'll have to see what ends up happening. Our final game of the evening. TNC Pro Team facing off against Warriors Gaming.Unity. Group B action is going to finish off with this one. Of course, a little bit later on, we're going to have more matches from Group B that's going to take place tomorrow with Mineski versus Faceless, as well as before that one, Mineski versus Fnatic, and then Geek Fam versus Faceless will be the two games tomorrow. But right now, it's the final one of the evening, and I don't know, I'm excited to see how it goes. I think it's always interesting watching Monkey King play. He's just such a bastard.
I like watching Monkey King because I play Monkey King. I also like watching Earth Spirit because I pick Earth Spirit. I play the 4 role, so I also play CM too. So I like watching all these heroes besides the Alchemist.
What a dirty player you are. Can't believe it.
I don't know. I guess it's just like the meta too. Like
Yeah.
Eventually, I think like 3 years ago, when Tinker was being spammed or something, I wanted to never play again. Because the Tinker, and then 70-minute games, obviously the trolls and snipers too back then. Like I personally love picking troll. But then when that patch came, I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna be called a troll picker now.
30 seconds
Yeah.
Just because
to
of the.
battle.
It's interesting. I love this. I hope you've been watching what WG have been doing.
The movement around and
No. They're clearing the trees.
they
want They're eating every single tree with the quelling blade. They're using the rolling boulder. They're saying, okay, we know you're going to be putting a lot of pressure with the Monkey King on the mid lane. Potentially with Alina, Monkey King
The battle begins.
bottom lane.
top lane as well. They're rolling in. Want to go onto Raven. Some more action going on down bottom. They're not going to be able to catch Kangaroo. They might be able to find a kill here. Frostbite, Raven in trouble. The right click's coming, and it looks like Odd Jit is going to be the one to pick up first blood.
Hey, he used to spin way too early. That's very unfortunate. So playing greedy there, and then now with the Warriors Gaming using an aggressive tri lane, throwing them off guard, this is going to be a huge downfall for the Juggernaut. But as I say that, he TP's bottom immediately, and then they're just going to have Slardar just walk all the way top.
Yeah. That shouldn't be too bad. And I think that that's the right decision. Like, Juggernaut in this lane would have been really hurt, and you kind of depend upon him to get at least middling farm, if not ridiculously good farm. But Tim's over here in the bottom lane is also going to run into some issue. Kangaroo misses the hoof stomp, and now Jingu Mastery is up. Need to be a little bit careful. Do not want to take these pot shots. And that very strong right click.
I'm just watching the mid lane. Cuckoo's has like 90 HP. Using, oh man, he keeps missing uphill. He's gonna use his shrine relatively early. He's gonna save all of his regen. Interesting play.
Cuckoo is insane. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was watching the Kiev Major qualifiers, I literally thought that TNC wasn't gonna make it just because of Cuckoo, because he's crazy. He's out of his damn mind. But there are games where he literally won them the game as well. Like, he is the definition of feast or famine. And Sam Age looking to feast on Ajit, but not going to be the case as he manages to find that kill. Now Afu may be in some trouble as well. One more right click could do it. Oh, is going to be able to stay alive. Just barely.
Very fired. Very fired. I like how Alchemist just immediately goes to the jungle when he gets level 3 just to get the rune, the 2-minute rune, and then he clears out a camp. Nana does a really good job there. So Weaver putting on more pressure on the top lane. One roll in, and then it's going to be the doom of Weaver, so you got to keep eyes peeled on this top lane. Sam H is just getting bullied.
You don't want to see that. Bottom as well. There's some potential here. Tim's, even though that poor man's shield is in his inventory, so it could take some extra damage. And this is the type of play that I'm talking about from Cuckoo. Look at him. What is this guy doing? He's out of his mind. It's just like farming in between the towers, taking tower shots. It's crazy. I love it.
Now you have to play aggressive when you're against an Alchemist.
Yeah.
Like this. You need to put as much pressure, make him use as much resources and salves, just so he doesn't have the fast start.
Right. Ooh. Primal Spring. Kangaroo getting body blocked now by Tim's. Raven can go for the chase here if they want to. Jingu is up. They've got eyes on Kangaroo, but he's already going to go down. So another good play. Warriors Gaming.Unity lose the Centaur by virtue of TNC.
That's that 5 movement speed advantage.
Oh.
Juggernaut 350, Centaur 345.
Wouldn't mind.
Pretty much the only reason why they got killed there, huh?
I wouldn't mind seeing them go for some more plays towards trying to mess with the Nana in the jungle.
No, oh, he blocked him. Wow.
Oh, sick play.
Wow.
X-Nova ends up going down up there in the top lane. Ajit able to take down Rior. Looks like Afu able to dodge away from the damage coming in. So across the board, we're trading it.
Dodges a hoof stomp. Doesn't have level 3. Careful here for Thames.
Yeah, he's still feeling okay there.
No, you don't.
And as we get closer to these level 6, if you're Nana, you got to be careful about that Laguna Blade coming out. Should have it relatively soon.
Alchemist is just completely owning the mid lane right now. He's got 28 CS to Ina's 30. Like, in this matchup, you shouldn't have this much CS. He's just completely doing an amazing job right now. He's got his level 6 already on an Alchemist in an unfavorable matchup.
Oh, and the roll down. See if they can turn it from bad to worse for TNC. Ajit also going to get stunned there by Sam H.
Yeah.
And that should be another kill. So, things going quite well for Warriors Gaming.Unity.
Yep. They're offlane. It's kind of like the same story from the first game. The first game was like the Nature's Prophet from TNC feeding, and then now this game it's the Slardar feeding. Nova, he's been scouted out. Oh, he's gonna be able to stun him. Tree.
Ooh.
Oh,
good recognition by Tim's. I mean, he had vision over him the entire time, so can still hang out here and threaten a jump, but doesn't have to go for it.
They going on a Kangaroo.
Well, Tim's Boundless Strike, pump fakes it, decides to go, finds the kill. And Tim should be able to survive through that as well. He's just going to TP back home. And it's just been like all-out aggression this game.
I don't understand why he went Blightstone first instead of Orb of Venom. That's kind of confusing me. I'm not sure. Not particularly sure. It's just easier to chase people down when you have the slow. You can cancel Blink Daggers eventually, maybe the Centaurs. Don't get me wrong, the amount of burst damage you get from Blightstone is pretty good, but I don't know. Anyways, back to a smoke gank. They want to start trying to shut down the Alchemist, which it might be a little bit too late, but hey.
Omni Slash from Raven. They're going to be able to get that. I don't think the Kangaroo finds that kill, but they have found Nana. There's the started off with the Boundless Strike. Starting to stack up Jinju. They find the Light Strike Ray, Laguna Blade, and with that, Nana will go down.
Yep. Raven.
Yep. He's
getting chased down.
Still should be good with this one. Afu does have the roll forward, dodges that, heads off towards the trees. Still has stick charges as well on Raven, and Afu might be going a bit too deep for this. Does phase boots for Raven, so he should be able to run away from this one. Rior finds the stun. He connects it onto 2. Afu. Raven is not at all afraid. Manning up against this. Is it going to find enough damage? He's on 20 HP, but now with Tim's rolling in, this should be enough to get the kill. Does he spot him? He's right over here to the side. Yeah, there's the kill. Nicely done.
He's stuck now too. So they shut down Alchemist a little bit, even though as I say that, he came back middle, got a good creep wave. But Raven, I think the biggest thing right now is just to say that Raven is having a really good game. But it's other side of things, Ajit is also, and they've already taken down the top tower. I think both carries are playing really well so far.
Yeah. Well, and it's sort of going to be a question of like, you know, how much are these supports going to end up feeding in the game too? Because it's a tough one. Like Visage is level 3 right now and has a TP scroll. Like that is his net worth. Like it feels as if this game keeps on going on with all these roaming supports and very high impact heroes. You could just end up dying on this Visage so many times.
Yeah, they need to find a way to get some solo EXP. Xnova is going to try and pull the top lane to get that, but meanwhile, pressure is going to be applied from TNC. They're going to get the mid tower. Can't really stop this. Question is, what's going to happen afterwards? Are they going to defend this bottom tower? It's getting pressured. Where are you going to go next, TNC?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That's sort of an interesting question. Like, Sam H here can get the amp damage up, and they might be able to rotate in on Nana at some point, but to me it feels as if they're not even that concerned about the Alk. They're just more focused on trying to take down these towers, saying, all right, Alk is going to get what he gets, and we'll try and shut down his ability to farm by virtue of taking objectives.
Yeah, they want to try and put some deep wards in the enemy territory. Unfortunately, I think some have been dewarded. So, meanwhile, Cuckoo, he is going to make his way towards that Bloodstone. And right now, it just looks like they're going to be content on farming. That's going to help out the Visage a lot, just because Nova desperately needs some levels. And then when you're in this situation, when you have these two supports that need, both of them need their level 6, it's like, who do I give the tome to? Probably the ES. I guess getting his level 6 first is gonna be better, so they can open up the map and get more kills.
Oh, yeah, and I mean that's the thing though too. Though is if you jump out there and try and get it with Afu, I don't know. It feels like there's a chance that you might not end up. You just might exploding before you can even get anything off. They have a ton of damage, but it's gonna depend on Slardar's blink timing as well, and he's still a ways away from it.
So, both teams just posturing around the map, farming, trying to feel out the situation. Monkey King was scouting, but now he TP bottom, and they're going to be rotating. Going for a kill.
Yeah, and this would be a big one. Boundless Strike to set it up. There's the Light Strike right connects onto 2 as well. Afu down, Ajit as well. And that's the combination that I was talking about. So strong. And I really liked how they backed off from the Visage, not wanting to break the smoke on him there, and instead go for the juicier targets.
Yep, and then now they're trying to shut down the Alchemist too at the same time. Alchemist knows this, sells the TP. Ooh, gets stunned.
All right.
Are they going to be able to get him?
Cuckoo is here. They've got a stun that's coming out from Nana. They stun on the illusions. Light Circuit a little bit off the mark. The Stampede will ensure the Alchemist's retreat. But in the meantime, Raven took the tower, and TNC going to continue to close their grasp on this Alchemist's farm.
Top lane, Monkey King, or no, King.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, he spin before. Wow. It's okay though.
You knew it was up.
Stun was on cooldown.
Four to 10, and certainly feeling like TNC are taking a bit more control over this game. But we always knew that this was something that could happen just based off their draft.
Yeah, and it's kind of all been set up by this Monkey King. Like his rotations with the team, and then it's kind of like team play too. Mid lane is set up.
Going on to Nana, follow-up stun, amp damage, crushes there. Cuckoo trying to find him, Monkey King as well. Boundless Strike only connects onto Nana, but they do get out the MK ulti. Nana able to walk away from that one. Now, Monkey King ultimate not doing a whole hell of a lot. Kangaroo did get hit by that stun. They find the kill, but they would have loved to get the Alk.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have a Laguna to work with. Just not having enough mana. That's the only time they could have gone on him too. Else he would have just backed away afterwards, after that creep died. So now it's going to be a trade for both tier 1s, it seems like. But since the Radiant side has a healthier tower, they can opt to defend. But still, oh, as I say that, bottom.
Are they really going to go for this? Okay. Tim's, you need to be careful. Boundless Strike onto 3. All right, they're splitting up now. Looks like they are going to be able to take down that Earth Spirit. So again, these little rotations, they're not really working out that well for WarriorsGaming.Unity. I'd be a little bit concerned at this point if I was them.
Yeah. Thing is though, Alchemist, you gotta always check on him. He's got his relic, so they're fine. And they still need to keep putting up the pressure. It's like, I was just looking at both of the couriers, kind of in the same spot there. So this is, it's looking good for both teams right now, I want to say. Meanwhile,
yep,
Centaur is not looking good for him.
Sam H, they are close to and able to find that kill. So another one going into that favor. And you can see it's just CM up here in the top lane. And Rior is going to TP to the shrine. They're going to secure this bottom tier 2 tower. And TNC going to look to further clamp down the control of this map.
See, even though Sam H had a horrible early game and he had he wasn't able to farm his Blink Decker, he's still in the last like 4 minutes. He's gone around and set up so many kills for his team. He's not getting an Iron Talon. He's not jungling. He's still playing very active. There's like 2 ways to play it, and he decided to play the more aggressive way, and he's been rewarded with it. Sometimes you aren't, but in this case, Sam H is. 14 minutes in, this is still level 5.
Yeah.
Help him. Send help.
It really does hurt. Like, you would love to have the ulti up, and he just has boots, too. All right, there's the Omni Slash. Might just end up killing off the Visage. Oh, no. X-Nova, he's going to die because the Centaur ran into him. And now Sam H, well, they're maybe in some trouble as well. Ajit's going to be stunned for the moment. The Boundless Strike forward. Tim's has found him. Raven maybe in some trouble as well. They were able to keep him alive, though. Oh, great play. And now the CM ulti doing so much work inside of that as well. But now Sam H trying to see if he can find that kill into Afu. Amp damage, not going to be there. Still, a big win for TNC.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think it's, yeah, I guess getting, they got Weaver, they got Centaur, slowing down their Blinks, slowing down Lincolns.
And now getting Roche.
They didn't get Alchemist, but yeah, they're gonna get Roche. There's nothing WG can really do about that though. So now it's gonna be in the next like 5-10 minutes is gonna be the time where this game is gonna be won or lost by the Warriors Gaming. Like, can they defend the high ground, or is it just gonna all fall apart? So this is kind of like what most Alchemist games come down to.
I mean, the downside, though, is it's something we've talked about. What's your outpush? What's your outspam? You have Kangaroo, who doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He's still 1,000 gold away from it. X-Nova, still level 5, no birds even. Your Weaver is building towards the Lincoln Sphere and isn't going to have that in time. Earth Spirit has nothing. He just got his level 6. The only thing that's really going on for him is Nana, who has a Radiance. I don't know how they stop this push.
It's going to have to come on the backs of kind of like Afu.
Yeah.
Plus the Acid Spray. They are giving a lot of time, like, they are giving a lot of time for this Centaur to catch up.
Right.
All it really needs is that Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, middle, a lot of pressure. They're going to make a smoke play. They're going to go see if do they have any wards? No, they're just trying to hope for something.
I don't know. I'm still very concerned for... I guess it all depends on how TNC play it, too. Like, it does...
Like, they're going to run their bodies at the tier 3 tower, and then if they don't get the tier 3 tower and they lose too many people, then that's like Alchemist just completely getting an Octarine core, potentially. Or, well, he doesn't have it now. What does he get? Does he have the Yasha? Yeah.
Dire Scan. This is the play, though, for Warriors Gaming. They're trying to get a big wraparound, but now they're going to be fighting potentially outside of the base. Do they spot out Nana? They do. There's the Blink Crush. They're on top of him right at the start. Primal Spring comes out as well, but they're fighting by the Shrine. I don't know if this is where you want to take this fight. They get the Stampede. They take down Tim's. TNC taking a really strange engagement. Now they also don't have their healing ward. You get level 6 up on Visage. Rior ulti comes out, but it's not doing nearly enough. They get the stun to break it as well. Warriors Gaming.Unity are going to take this fight in spades, I believe, unless they're able to turn it with Cuckoo, with Raven. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Cuckoo's going to drop triple kill for Nana. And I don't know why TNC took the fight like that.
Inexperience, being over cocky. Pretty much that could be them losing the game. Like, literally, right there. Because you're trying to set up for the situation to push high ground. You want to just take down the tier 2 towers and then eventually go siege the high ground with the next items up. But at least they still have the Aegis online, so they can keep sieging. And that'll help them for that purpose. But if you keep giving over these kills, that is going to be Alchemist with his Manta style now completed. And if they do that one more time, it might just become impossible for them to stop the Alchemist in the T5.
And I mean, there was always the chance for this type of a comeback to happen. Alka's about to have his Manta style off the back of that huge collection of kills, and you can see TNC, they've made this push a lot harder for themselves. Look at Ajit. I mean, he can, you know, just sort of stay back here, try and run in, and it's hard for them to really lock him down.
So now they're doing the correct play 2 minutes later, but still they're going to eventually take down all the tier 2 towers. They're not going to have... They're going to have about a minute left to work with the Aegis if they do want to go high ground, but I don't think they should. They're probably going to have to wait for next Roche to attempt high ground. Meanwhile, mid lane, Cuckoo playing very aggressive farming. Yeah. Could be punished by a Stampede, Blink Centaur.
I guess the nice thing that you do have for TNC is that they built into a Midas on Monkey King, so Tim's should be able to get decently farmed, and maybe you have another timing window when he has his Basher done as well, if like it gives you a chance to fight around Roche better than you might otherwise be able to. But again, another wraparound. This could be huge. Smoke. They spot out Rior. There's a good person to start off with. Actually going to get ran away now. The counterplay. Oh, they've got the stun on his Sam H. The great play from Afu. That means that there was no crush that came out. Omni Slash trying to bring down one. Can they kill him off? It does look like they've been able to at least take down the Alchemist. A big kill to start this whole one off, but now he buys back. Kangaroo, a 2-person stun. Raven has a Battle Fury. They're trying to bring down Cuckoo. He is going to drop. And he's not going to be able to get back into this fight. Tim's is just going to be forced out and away from this one. Tries to get the jump away. Raven also in trouble. Is going to fall. That's the Aegis. They have another crush available, but it's just going to be him jumping to his death, I think, at this point. Raven trying to TP away, and that might have saved his life. So at least something going the way of TNC, but man, oh man. He actually has bugs on him. He might go down still. All right, now he's going to be able to get out of there. But another example of Warriors Gaming Unity taking the fight to TNC, and they kill 4.
Yeah, that's, and you can see the Alchemist now, he's not even worried about going anything else. He just wants that Ags on Weaver. Once they get that Ags on Weaver, they can blow everything on the Alchemist, but they don't manage to stun, or yeah, they don't have any silences. If they don't manage to stun the Weaver, then they're gonna completely turn the team fights around. So this is a huge timing window for the Warriors Gaming. If they get this item, I don't know. It's all going to come down to still positioning in the team fights, but it's going to be extremely hard for TNC to take fights if they don't just completely roll over them in team fight.
It's very much a tough one, and I think that they have the heroes and the skill to make it happen. It's just all about executing correctly, because they clearly know what it is that they need to do. It's just, you know, that execution in the midst of these great wraparounds that we've been seeing from Warriors Gaming.Unity. They've kept going for like the huge wraparound, which, you know, they know where TNC is going to be when they try and pressure for high ground, and they're always there.
Yeah, it's always nice too when you get the boulder smash as somebody's blinking into you. I mean, that just, you can't ask for a better picture. If this Alchemist gets taken out though, they know he's around here. Oh boy, they found him.
Yep, jump, crush, Laguna Blade used, everything dropped, Nana going to fall, and that is a dieback. 80 seconds, no Alk, it's time to push. Oh, wait, that creep just died.
Yep, they're gonna go middle, it looks like.
Okay.
So they wanted to go bottom with Lina bots and try to push there, but instead they're gonna have to settle on the mid lane. Meanwhile, we should talk about Lina. She's had like the last 3 deaths in a row, so she's down to 5 bloodstone charges. Very unfortunate. Has the DD to work with. Oh, this is pretty nice.
Also, for Lina, you do have the bots on her now, so you can have 2 lives with her and keep Raven alive, maybe by even going for a suicide play. But this is feeling like the play that they have to make right now. Desperation, they jump forward, catch on to X-Nova. They're not going to go any further. Visage Bird's still there, hitting the tower. They want to take this down as quickly as possible. All right, another jump forward. They catch him out. That's going to be Afu dropping a huge team member out of this one. Now 20 seconds without Earth Spirit, without Alchemist. They might be able to make more off the back of this. This is the melee barracks starting to fall down and should be able to drop. SamH goes for another crush. Not going to connect there onto Ajit. But this is melee barracks down. DD's still there for Cuckoo. Everybody very survivable. They can go down to bottom if they want. But I think TNC are just going to back out at this point, content with their barracks.
See how 1 smoke and 1 buyback that wasn't necessarily needed can just change the whole outcome of the game. It's like, it's just these little things. They just add up, and it's really nice to see. So now they're going to take down this shrine, and now this is going to be a huge influx. And they're like, okay, well, we have to smoke, but they mass pings. They know they're there because of the ward.
They realized it. They could even, right now, TNC, try and take this fight up on their high ground. They just are all going to huddle by the shrine.
Money to burn.
And Warriors Gaming.Unity will not be rewarded with a Roshan. It's a long respawn timer.
What have we here?
So now it's kind of still on the Alchemist to farm the Ags. She's going to try desperately to do that. You can go find that farm top lane. You should have about 3.2k soon. So I really want to see if they're able to take team fights. Even though they're down 1 racks, they're still not out of it this game.
Yeah. It is interesting to me that Nana's going for an Aghanim Scepter early as opposed to that Octarine that we more often than not see.
I think it's worth it. I think that's the only way he gets bursted down is because they have a lot of stuns, and then the Amplify. You can even time-lapse the Amplify damage off, so it's really nice to have that.
A golden thread.
Problem is, like you said, he doesn't have the Octarine. He doesn't have as much armor as he would like to against all the physical damage coming out.
Well, and I guess the other problem is now, how do you deal with another round of push onto your barracks? Did they? I know he hasn't bought the Ags yet. He's actually not going to be able to get to it because they're going to be guarding the secret shop.
No, he just
he got it.
it.
All right, you got the point booster.
Yep. They're like pinging, they really want to defend this shrine. It is pretty important to defend this shrine. It's just right by the Roshan. And I think if they can scout out with the Vicious Familiars, they also have the Centaur, so I think it is a good idea to just defend this shrine. And TNC should be wary to try and fight around this shrine because they have Vicious Familiars for scouting. They have the shrine to pop and use.
The illusions are going to go in, and they spot out Roche is indeed up. Warriors Gaming with one smoke. They give off the Aghanim Scepter to the Weaver, and this is where the true problems begin for TNC. It's going to be tough. They're already in the Roche pit. X-Nova is going to be able to scout it out with the birds. Did TNC come and contest this? It feels like they have to.
Yep, they're going to scout out now.
All
They're
right.
a little too late, though.
Sending in the Juggernaut illusion. They're all running in now. They still have the Boundless Strike. Roshan is bashing. There's the crush on Inanna. Another crush comes out from the Slardar. The ulti is already there, out on top of him. Raven, he's going to be there on top of Inanna. They're trying to bring a low. They are going to get a time lapse. The very last second. Omni Slash now down on Najit as well as Nana, but they're still not able to find the kill. It's a 16-second cooldown. 8 seconds away. Oh, no. And now they've lost 3. They had to buy back on the Monkey King. This was not the way it was meant to go, and just that's exactly what the problem is. He was so freaking low in that fight, but they just couldn't bring him down.
Yep. That's where the problems start. If they had maybe known he had the Ags on the Weaver, they could have potentially stunned the Weaver. Now they know, but it's a little too late. And... okay, so they're going to have the Aegis now on top of the Alchemist. He's also going for another Ags.
I mean,
he really wants the Ags on top of the Centaur. That's even more damage reduction.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, it's at this point now where you had enough damage with the Lina Laguna Blade. You had enough damage with, like, a Boundless Strike on top of it to kill off the Alk with, like, a couple more right clicks. But now, with 60%, or rather 40% damage mitigation, is that what it's at?
Yeah, it's 40%.
And then also time lapse. It just feels so difficult.
Yep. Nobody said this was going to be a walk in the park. They were gifted a Rax, but they're going to have to earn this game, TNC, if they want to win this. I would say right now, I'd say the game is like 60% in WG's favor, even though they're down a Rax. It's just how much stronger their team fight feels like. And then with Monkey King, as you said earlier, he will be scaling, but when you buy back like that, it hurts you. And then he could have had a Deso almost by now. And having the Deso, especially against the Alchemist who didn't go for these plate mail or anything, could help in the team fight. Like, he could still get time lapsed back into the Wukong's command and then still die just because of how strong it is. But meanwhile, there we go.
There's no way that they kill this guy. Like, they're gonna stampede and just jump on a Cuckoo. He pops his BKB. Now the chase. Nana is in a little bit of trouble. We'll see if they can take him down. Kangaroo also going to get round on now, but the time lapse to keep him alive. They're not going to bring him down. A Boundless Strike on it too. This looks okay. The CM ulti is there too. They get a couple of bashes out from the Wukong's command, but now you've neutralized all your ultis and you haven't killed anybody. I think TNC need to back out. They can't take this fight anymore. And now Cuckoo stunned, collapsed upon, going to be brought down. The sole assumption to finish. They're on to Rior. Raven just needs to bail. He is going to get out of there, but this is what happens when you get to a certain point in this game. It's just so hard to take these fights, and Kangaroo feeling good about it. Gonna get kicked in the butt along the way. They know that they're gonna, well, be in a good position to close this one out.
Yeah, it's like they have really nice AoE and team fight potential from TNC, but WG, they just disengage really effectively. Afu's still playing pretty damn good Dota right now. All 3 of his Earth Spirit games, or 2. I guess the first one came safe. But Nana, is he gonna get picked off again alone?
Oh, they have Stampede. There's the time lapse. They just can't stop it, and Cuckoo's gonna drop again. And that is what's so strong about this combination. Weaver, Alchemist. Dirty as all hell.
Yeah, Lina needs the Shivas really bad.
Dire's bottom tower is
Or Lotus Orb. Probably
Dire's
Shiva's.
bottom tower has
Yeah, she just queued it up too. She realizes it. Need to have
Radiant's
some
top tower is
additional
under
armor on her side. But it's still gonna be a little too little too late. They're gonna lose a lot of map control. At least Raven's trying his best to kill out the shrine. We're gonna see mass TPs, glyph.
Yeah.
Nope.
They're gonna get it. And I mean, you can see, like, it was a 10,000 net worth, or like almost net worth lead into the favor of TNC, but it's really starting to swing back up, and it's just nuts to me how much that can happen with an Alchemist draft like this. And God, Nana is just so hard to deal with.
Yeah, they set themselves up for this situation though. Like with their picks, they knew this was how it's gonna go. They knew how the early game was gonna go. It wasn't gonna be easy. They didn't expect that to be down a Rax potentially, but even still, then getting that Roche and contesting was really well played from WG. Now they're on the offensive, Octarine complete on Alchemist. Super strong now.
Well, the tier 2 tower is going to start to drop, and you have, you know, ways for TNC to get back into this, but it just feels like it's going to take the perfect team fight, whereas Warriors Gaming can take any team fight. And now Nana ready to start pushing up to high ground. They get a 4-step there, trying to push him out of position, but Nana standing large and in charge. Should be fine. Lena's pushing along the bottom lane, and Cuckoo can get some creep waves here. This might be the avenue for them back into it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yep, trying to make them back off. They pressured top lane too with the Juggernaut, so they forced them back in the top lane and the bottom lane. Death.
You gonna be okay
Dying.
there, man?
I'm dying.
Uh-oh. Don't die, please.
Talk about your sickness coming in from China. I think I've had a sickness for like, I feel like 2-3 weeks.
Oh my God. Go to a doctor, my man.
Nah, it's fine. I think it's just me talking too much. I'm gonna mute myself.
Don't do that, please.
Yeah, it's solo cast time.
Oh lordy, nobody wants that. Cuckoo, Shadowblade. He is going back for that Shivas like you were talking about. What's the idea behind the Shivas?
Too much negative armor coming in from WG. If he doesn't get a plate mail, he's dead. Yeah, it's pretty simple. He's got 6 armor right now. He needs to realistically have about 25 to 30. He needs to get that far up there. Just because you got Solar Crest to deal with, you got the Swarm, as well as the Acid Spray. He just needs a ton of armor to sustain in these team fights.
I'm wondering also when we do end up getting that Aghanims for Centaur. Feels like pretty decent soon would be a good time for it. But in some ways, just getting Alchemist even bigger is going to be the better play, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see
I'll take that as tribute.
if Centaur doesn't go for it himself. Nah, he has the BKB queued. Like, he could have had the Ags by himself already, but he's like, why bother? I know my Alchemist is eventually going to get it for me.
Yeah. I guess the other thing, too, is that Raven is quite strong, and you can see he's already itemizing to try and go for the split push game because he knows that, you know, winning team fights at this stage is just really difficult within the immortal heroes that you have on the side of Warriors Gaming. And he can take towers quite quickly if there is a mix-up by Warriors Gaming.
Problem is, Juggernaut, he kind of needs to have... Alright, so I don't like Butterfly this game, even though I think it's really good. Against the summons, the right clicks. And the reason why I say that is because he needs an MKB to deal with the Radiance, to deal with the Solar Crest. He also needs to have an Abyssal Blade so he can man-fight the Alchemist. And he also needs to have a Scotty so that he can always chase down the Alchemist. So I think Butterfly is an amazing item, but I don't think it's necessarily the item this game for those reasons that I just mentioned.
Okay. What is this? The drum build for CM? I feel like it's value, just like anything that you can get at this stage to try and build up a little bit more HP, give some more team fight for your team. You're going to need everything you can get.
Bottom lane.
Oh, they have a gem. They spot out Cuckoo, and now Nana with the follow-up stun. The birds are there too. And that should be maybe Cuckoo dead. Good light strike array. Is going to be slowed down a little bit. Can they quite get it in time? Oh, great play. Oh, Cuckoo, that was close.
See what happens when you have plus 15 armor in Dota, guys? You know, it's a miraculous. You just somehow live. So, and next item for him is going to be very interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to go for. If he's going to go for like a right-click build or another armor item. They could use an AC on their team. Lina AC. Interesting.
I mean, you got the extra attack range now. You're about to get the fiery stole stacks. The game's certainly not completely gone. It's just very hard for them to win it at this stage. And Nana gonna jump away. The Boundless Strike connects. They have the Frost as well. And now the CM ulti to catch is it gonna be able to be enough, though. Rior is just gonna drop so rapidly. And Tim's also in trouble. Soul Assumption to finish him off. Still, when you run into these 5-on-5 engagements, it is so hard to kill off anybody from Warriors Gaming. Lina gonna go for the split push play in the meantime. This is about the best thing that they can do.
Yep. Try and make them not go high ground. That's like the only play. They're turned into rats themselves. You need to be careful.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. Jugger is here too. If only one person comes back to defend, there's a chance that they find this kill. Ajit. Oh, he forced after the high ground. They can't take him out now. Oh, that would have been great if they could have caught him with that light strike array. But now you have an Aegis that's soon to be up on Nana. This is where things get very tough.
Are they going to trade an Aegis for a Rax?
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, he's got the... Oh, my.
All right. Afu goes down. Ajit, this is the opening that they need.
Fortify.
TNC, they're making it work.
They're not fortifying. What?
All right. This is what we said. They need to go for the rat plays, and they need to wait for Warriors Gaming to mess up. And TNC taking full advantage. Cuckoo's going to be able to run out of here. They have the Stampede, the Chase. Hoof Stomp connects, and they will lose Cuckoo. But they take the melee barracks in the top lane.
And because Lina died, she's gonna be up in 40 seconds. Like, she's down to 2 Bloodstone charges, bless her soul, but it's still... They did a really good play there. They traded an Aegis for a barracks. I will do that any day of the week most of the time, unless the enemy team, like, unless you die, your whole team dies and they just win the game off that. But yeah. They got the important heroes out, so, and then they can still do some more rat plays. This is just... It's like where Warriors Gaming had like an 80% chance of winning this. Now it's kind of dropped down to like 65.
Mm-hmm.
It's still heavily in their favor, but they're just losing their ability.
Yeah. Tim's just going to jump right into a silence. And unfortunately, it looks like Raven is just going to be there to clean up regardless. Now Afu in trouble. Warriors Gaming.Unity are just bleeding kills. The other thing about this, Alchemist does not have a TP scroll. He is not going to be able to get back in time. They're going to be able to take all of these barracks. They're going to get mega creeped. Alchemist, no TP, no boots of travel, no nothing. Do TNC realize this, though? They should. Centaur is here. Kangaroo onto Sam H. They're going to pop it down here in the bottom lane. Wukong's commands come out. They take the range barracks as well. The game has been completely thrown away. And now Raven turns over to the other side. The mega creeps are going to be there. They're controlling Nana as well. They have no answer to this. You look at how this game should have gone by all intents and purposes. Warriors Gaming had a huge chance to win, and they throw it all away. My God.
It is baffled, speechless. There's nothing else you can really say. It's like unlosable games, and then the enemy team just finds ways to win. TNC are winners. But it's Megas against a very, very strong lineup.
Yeah.
And against an Alchemist. I'm not saying it's over, but so much for the 65%. Now, I don't even want to do odds anymore because it doesn't even matter.
Well, and when plays like that happen, odds are definitely thrown out the window.
You have strength curves and whatnot in Dota, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing that's nuts to me about this is that we've been seeing over and over again throughout the meta, you have to win a team fight to win the game. And that shows right there, you just need to not have a TP, and sometimes it ends up happening too.
I mean, they don't even win team fights. That was just like
exactly
the supports getting picked off, and then, like you said, no TP on Alchemist. We're Cloud9 again, please, not like this.
They're going for the all-in play right now. They have to make it. Oh, and Afu a little bit off the mark there with that boulder smash.
Sam H has a BKB too right now. That's pretty strong, and they're doing rat plays. Lena.
Yeah, they're going in for it.
Help him! Help him!
She's gonna go in. They're gonna be able to take down one though. Sam H is gone. Nobody's there to help him out. Lena's still back. Do they have TPs? Oh my God, Alchemist, you don't have you have Boots of Travel. They're on cooldown. 7 more seconds. But Lena's gonna get out. Tier 4 tower's taking some damage. Now Lena needs to get back here to help defend. She has her Boots of Travel. BKB popped. Nana's running away still. They're gonna hold on to it for the moment. But again, Lena's still hitting the barracks in the base here.
Meanwhile, Jug ulting on just illusions. Now they're gonna TP and
yeah, should be able to get out of that one. So Warriors Gaming do some damage, find some picks, but my God, what has even happened in this game?
I couldn't tell you, my friend. I don't know. This game defies all Dota logic. This game defies human logic, everything.
And I think
Watch this game is all right. So this game is the perfect example of never ever tilt and never give up. And
Okay.
It's like no joke. I mean, you're gonna have these like cheesy speeches and stuff, but this is perfect example of how to play.
Well, and the other thing too is that we've been talking about it, Warriors Gaming.Unity having this such stronger window because of like all of the Aghanim Scepters that you give away, the huge net worth on Nana. But the reality is that you now are sitting in a situation where Lena's going to right-click harder than anybody else in the game with the Fiery Soul stacks and going to have a Daedalus. I don't know if Warriors Gaming win teamfights anymore.
I'm not a fan of this Daedalus pickup though. I'd rather see the Bloodthorn or the MKB.
Okay.
I guess the logic behind it is that she's gonna BKB and then the evasion won't be there from the Alchemist. But problem is you have a 6 second BKB, which is gonna be 5 seconds soon. You're still gonna be having to hit somebody when you come out of it. So I really like to have something that bypasses the evasion, especially when there's a solar crest and all this nonsense.
Radiant's courier.
Well,
Radiant Courier, Ags, bye-bye.
oh my God. No, that was the MKB for Nana.
Oh yeah, what? Wait, yeah, it was.
Oh my God. This has been a collection of misadventures for Warriors Gaming.Unity. It's Cuckoo and Nana touch Shivas. But I mean, either team can still win this. Certainly, I think TNC has come out on top, and they're the ones that are looking to be winning it right now, but I don't know.
It's still like, how do you really close out this game now for TNC? It's kind of like you have to wait for the Aegis or something along those lines. You need to make sure you wait for buybacks. Don't throw anything away. You've like secured a really strong lead in this game. It's going to be almost impossible to take team fights for TNC still. So
They kind of have to play the pick-off game.
yeah, it's going to be waiting for Roche and then just out-farming them for the next like 5 minutes or so until Roche. So sit back, guys. If you need to go get some popcorn, if you got to pee, just go do that right now. The movie will still be playing in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess the scary thing too is there's still a lot of room to grow for these guys. You look at it, you have the Visage who picked up the Aghanim Scepter, still don't have one yet on the Centaur. And speaking of the Alchemist, Raven is going to cut off Nana right now. The pings are coming out. They know where he's at, trying to TP out. All right, good decision by Nana. And that will ensure his retreat. That would have been a kill otherwise, I do believe.
Yep, that would have had to been a buyback. So scary trying to push out of the base now for WG.
Well, Rior getting towards that next one. And Alka's again here. They try and get into range. Not quite there, though. But they'll keep the pressure on. Cuckoo walks forward. Light Strike Array connects. Nana is going to start getting hit on from the low ground, but they just don't do a lot of damage. Afu is up on the high ground. We have to wait for the time lapses. And actually, they're outside their base. TNC is going to jump forward for this. If they can kill off Ajit, this would be a huge pick-off. Starting to drop low. He needs to get the time lapse off. It's not going to happen. Immediately buys back, though. Already Afu dropping low. He's going to die to the right-click Selena as well. Now Nana turned around upon. Kuku's going to start racking up the damage against him, but they do have the time lapse available from the Weaver now. It looks like they force out those couple of buybacks. TNC going to run away, blinking out on Raven. That was about as perfectly executed as you can get.
I'll take that as tribute.
2 buybacks. Now it's the waiting
Radiant's
game.
middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, they even had the cheese over on Weaver. He just wasn't able to live there. So very unfortunate. Earth Spirit wasn't in a position to blink in and try and kick. Meanwhile, Nana, he wants to buy an item. He's alone. He's alone. Help.
It's a lot of damage, although they decide to man up and want to run down Kuku here. Is in a little bit of trouble. Shiva's guard comes out. Rior is low. Wants to turn now onto Tim's as well, but it looks like he will be able to go away unhampered. Meanwhile, Ajit chasing out Sam H, not going to be able to catch up to him. You have the illusions starting to do damage onto the tier 4s. They will regen, but you can't take too much damage on these guys. So the rat plays continue.
It's only been 3 minutes. Still got 2 more minutes for people to be back. Roche did have an early spawn timer, so the 2 minutes I was lying. And this is going to be Aegis going over to... Whoa, those birds got obliterated.
Yeah.
Alright, so Monkey King Aegis. Cheese, Slardar, not the biggest deal.
You know,
Now...
how do you feel if Ajit went for something like a blink dagger and just stayed in the back and waited to time lapse instead of trying to be a part of the fights?
I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah.
But at this stage in the game, you kind of do want to have at least a maelstrom so you can push out these waves. Like
Okay.
he's basically useless right now. He's like a walking time lapse.
Yeah.
That's what you just think of Weaver. Like, look at all of his defensive items. He has 3 defensive items. It's really sad to watch the poor Weaver having to go for that. And then the 4th defensive item is basically Ags built in.
Yeah.
So for that, let's see. We have the Alchemist finishing his Monkey King bar. He's thinking about buying the Ags. His question is, who is he going to give it to? I assume the Earth Spirit. He can save a lot of people.
Centaur might be a good play too.
Yeah, they still haven't done that. That's probably where it goes.
Well, they have
I think they should just do it now. I don't think you should save for buyback on Alchemist. Having the Centaur Ags is just so much value. It would have saved Weaver last fight.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised they didn't have it yet.
There have definitely been a couple of questionable decisions. They go into Nana again. I don't think they can kill him off. It seems... Well, wow. All right.
Woo!
Never mind. The Stampede not there. They didn't have the Ags for him. Ajit wasn't in position. And now you force the buyback on the Alchemist. TNC are doing it, baby.
Is that like... That looked like 4 crits in a row or something. God
Yeah.
bless. That was... Oh my. That was hype.
Oh, Kangaroo. They know he's there. They know he's there. They know he's there. Trying to bring him down, stunned, but the BKB's already been popped. There's Tim's on top of everybody. Gonna go with the Wukong's command. Nana, drop it so quickly. He is out of there. 2 minutes gone. They buy back on heroes. It doesn't freaking matter. GG gets called. TNC end up taking it after pulling it back and, you know, running away with the win. It looked for a while like Warriors Gaming.Unity was just going to take it, but no TP on Alchemist, and lordy.
Yeah, this game kind of came down to Warriors Gaming out executing themselves, like giving away a free barracks when they didn't have to, giving away more free barracks when they were trying to go for the Roche play. TNC capitalizing perfectly on their mistakes and then winning a game that they had no business winning. And then eventually they You can't fight eventually forever against Mega Creeps. They had a really good showing from TNC all around. I like their play style. And Warriors Gaming, maybe they'll have better luck next time, because they definitely should won this one.
I mean, it's something that's like, it's so hard to tell, because you look at the graph there and it feels like it's just TNC rolling the whole time. But what this graph doesn't show is that every single team fight that TNC took from about the 25-minute mark until really the 40-minute mark, it was Warriors Gaming.Unity winning it, and that's how you win the games more often than not. But just those couple of misplays, and you look at a team like TNC, several of their members, pretty much all of them, I think, actually have played at TI, and then you have Warriors Gaming.Unity, which is still an up-and-coming team, Malaysian team that's shown a lot of promise, but hasn't always been able to make the most of it. And well, there you go. A hell of a game, absolutely. Ryu, any final thoughts on it then? Anything that you want to sort of see going into the next couple ones, maybe the next couple of days?
I want to see more crits like that Lena, man. That was absurd. Like 4 right clicks to death. That was crazy to kind of like end the game there in Alchemist's reign over this. I want to see maybe a patch soon. Get some more bug fixes out of there. Maybe nerf some of the heroes, these illusion heroes, and then we'll see. We'll kind of go from there. That's what I want to see. What we're gonna see probably is still some more, Rat Dota, and more Alchemist, more split push, and then hopefully that'll get addressed in the upcoming patches or whenever. I don't know when they're gonna come with that, with the patches and stuff, but I can't wait. It's gonna be really fun. Also gonna have most likely the new compendium too. I'm hoping it's gonna be a really good one, a big one coming up for the TI. I'm gonna get that one for sure.
Oh yeah, baby. That's the real value right there. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Again, if you guys want to go follow either one of us at Lyrical Dota, at Ryu Dota, I believe you stream as well. You're going to hop on there right now. Where can we check out your stream at, my man?
Yeah, you can follow me at Ryu Dota, guys, if you appreciate my cast. You can also check out my stream at twitch.tv/Ryu Dota as well. I'll be trying to, I guess, talk. I don't know if I want to talk more, though, when I stream, because I might die. Or my voice might die. I still got another 2 good days with you, man, of casting. So I'm not sure what I really want to do when I do stream. But if you guys want to check me out, I will be playing a bit of Dota. I'm a scrub. I'm a 2K MMR. I'm just kidding.
Get the hell out of here. Most definitely. This guy's pretty boy swag personified. But that's going to do it for us, I do believe. Be sure to check him out. Check us out as well. Be sure to continue to follow Summit 7 Southeast Asian Qualifiers, Group A and B action, continuing over the next couple of days. We also have more stuff starting up. America. We got Europe action going on. China, I believe, is going to be going as well. There's a hell of a lot of Dota over the next couple of weeks. Be sure to keep tuning in. Twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit. Follow that on Twitter as well. And as for us, we're going to sign off right now. Go to bed. Have yourselves a great old day wherever you are. See you guys next time.
E-Gaming Bets. Online betting for